Beautiful, Tommy. All right, the stream has started.
You're my rival.
Oh,
Dude,
no.
You're my rival.
what the? Wait, show me your shirt again, Ryan. I didn't see yours.
I'm the one who is many.
That's bullshit. Where'd you guys get those shirts at?
Amazon.
I need one right now. I need a Rodan one.
Go on.
I have a Rodan, Ghidorah, and Godzilla one.
Why not a Mothra, dude? Mothra stole the show. Dude, I love the thumbnail. It's just a picture of Infinite dabbing. Why not a Mothra, dude? Mothra stole the show. Dude, I love the thumbnail. It's just a picture of Infinite dabbing. Hold on. I'm trying to make sure that everything. Okay, like everyone talk individually, real quick.
Hi.
Bro moment.
I'm trying to make sure that everything. Okay, like everyone talk individually, real quick.
Hi.
Bro.
Okay, yeah. So you all are clear. Good.
Epic.
Sweet.
All right. Well, whenever you guys are prepared, people are already commenting. That didn't take long. And I have 2 streams going on at the same time. It's pretty badass.
Oof.
So the person in the comments said, "I wish I could make high quality Godzilla fights." Honestly, same. My Shin Godzilla vs 2014 video sucks hard ass. But hey guys,
It's time.
welcome to the live stream, and we're gonna talk about a movie that I'm very disappointed in because the fact it didn't have more a gay main character, and so I'm gonna have a political debate now about the fact my movie didn't have a gay main character because politics and rights. But this is our live stream. This is our first reaction. I know you guys love me, and I want to introduce you to these other people that you can love a little less.
Okay.
So introduce yourselves, because I'm not introducing you guys, because you guys are below me.
Told me go first.
I don't care. Go.
Damn it, Tommy. Alright. Hello. I am Kaiju Battles, otherwise known as Ryan, and I am here in this stupid live stream with Kyle.
Ooh.
Hello, I am the Pigeon Return Studio.
Oh, now he starts talking, motherfucker.
Me as Verb, hashtag number 3904 on Discord or Infinite Godzilla on Instagram. I'm a critic from Rotten Tomatoes, and I'm here to say that while Godzilla King of the Monster has superb kaiju action, it's no good substitute.
And my name, as you guys should know, I'm High Flyer Sag Team, also known as Kyle Liller. My blood type is B, and my social security number is 5269-525-328. And
What?
And my license plate number is HOT space 1234. So now that we've introduced ourselves, all right. That's honestly going to be the best live stream this year just because that opening. No one can top that shit. ETN, bro. There's one thing I want to state before we start talking about the movie, and this is something that I can't wait to see if ETN reacts to, and I know Infinite knows. But I think it's funny because Rob made a video about this like a year ago, bashing it, and it's gonna be funny as fuck when he sees. But something that Ryan debated with me for months about. The plot leaks turned out to be real from like a year ago.
Okay, I was gonna ask you that actually.
Yeah, they are like, dude. I will show you. I have a Google Doc that has like all my notes from because I saved the plot leak, the big plot leak.
Okay, yeah. Now that I've seen the movie, you are able to leak as much as you
Yeah, I have a doc. You can see the last time I edited it. It's from like forever ago, and it had because I finally ended up saving the thing before it got like deleted. The plot leak, and then also I have what's it called? I have okay. So you want to know who one of my biggest sources were?
Who?
Metho Kaiju.
Oh, him.
So people didn't believe him though. Like Lewis and them are like, this kid's full of shit. He thinks he knows everything. No, Methlo knew everything about the movie, and that's where I got all my information from, other than the plot leaks.
Ah, I see.
So you guys should give him credit, but yes, the plot leaks did turn out to be 100% legit. So
Okay.
fuck you, Ryan.
Okay. There's also one other thing. I just want to say before we start the stream, I was telling it to Kyle on PS4. Hashtag Bird Gang, Rodan for life. Hashtag Rodan is better than Ghidorah and Mothra. Hashtag Rodan is the better monster. Hell yeah. Hashtag go fuck yourself, people. Hashtag Rodan about to get clapped more like hashtag Rodan about to get
Okay. Before Ryan says anything too stupid, hashtag spoilers in the stream.
Haha, imagine.
Uh-oh.
Bad.
Oops.
Because I forgot to put that in the title, and it's a little late to change it now, guys. So I'm sorry if you joined late and we're talking about, the death of the entire movie. I'm sorry, guys. You're fucked.
Ryan, you may be a part of Bird Gang, but at least my character didn't get stabbed.
Hopefully,
Well,
actually, you know what, Tommy? Spoilers, by the way.
Wait.
At least my monster lived.
Yeah, I was about to say, what gang are you, Infinite?
Godzilla Gang. Wait.
Godzilla gang. Dude, you should do his intros.
What's up, guys? Lewis Durant here. Today I'm going to be talking about why Mothra dies in Godzilla King of the Monsters.
Hey, spoilers, man.
Too late.
All right, time to end this PS4 live stream because I got really triggered just now.
Okay.
So that's done. But
are you still gonna play or no?
Yeah, I'll still play if you want to play.
Okay, I'll play.
But okay, so we're just having fun right now, guys. I promise. We're normal. Okay.
Yeah, just spoilers too. Spoilers.
Actually, I might change the title real quick if I can.
Yeah.
Figure out where to go, but I just want to say right now, fucking why don't you guys go ahead and start giving just like sum up opinions, and then we can go more in depth in a minute. You guys can take turns while I edit this.
Okay, Tommy, you go first this time.
Probably one of my favorite Godzilla films. I'm gonna be real honest, Rotten Tomatoes, so they know what they're talking about. This is probably one of my favorite films of Godzilla. I enjoyed every bit of it, every second. Kept me on the edge of my seat, even though I read the leaks when they came out.
Same.
Still really great.
I did not read the leaks at all. I wanted to be a bit blind for this movie, and this was the best. This is my favorite This is my new favorite Godzilla movie of all time. I was just in awe with this movie. This movie, literally, I was going in with high hopes, and it delivered the goods, and even surpassed some of them.
Oh my god, I feel really bad right now. I was reading the comments, and someone said, "I haven't seen the movie yet. Please don't spoil it."
I saw that. I'm like, oh, I feel so bad.
Oops.
Well, it's better now, okay? There's a warning now.
Okay, good.
But, yeah, I really like the movie. I fucking hated the first, quarter of it.
What?
I hated everything until Rodan. When Rodan came out of the volcano, I fucking loved the movie after that. What? But everything before Rodan, I just really didn't care for. But it was I thought it was a really good movie.
So cool.
I had a lot of fun. The Antarctica scene really disappointed me.
What?
Yeah, so that's just a sum up. I really enjoy the movie. It's a great Godzilla movie, and I can't wait to see. I'm really excited for Kong after this movie, extra excited now.
Oh yeah.
But the Antarctica scene sucked ass.
Oh,
but no, it was great.
Oh,
it really wasn't.
It was a great introduction. I thought it was actually a really good introduction to Ghidorah's character.
Two of the things that disappointed me the most in this movie was that scene and Ghidorah.
What?
What? Ghidorah was the best part of the movie.
Ghidorah really, there was just something about Ghidorah that really hurt my feelings.
Ghidorah stole the show, in my opinion.
I thought the way it was really promoted, they did a great job making him seem menacing and shit with when it came to the humans, but Godzilla fucking whooped his ass most of the movie.
Not really. I mean,
yeah, really. I mean, That's what I'm saying. Because like that's what's disappointing. Because I was expecting Ghidorah to finally be, because he's a fucking hurricane, So I was expecting him to be like, the big like baddie that like was indestructible, and Godzilla was gonna have to have a power up to do anything to him. But like, it really didn't feel that way. Like the Antarctica fight wasn't necessarily one side. Like, okay, the Antarctica fight was a little bit one side, but like Godzilla, like they were going to come. Like Godzilla was like still in it, completely fine. And then like the Mexico fight, that was Godzilla's fight. He was going to win that. I,
Uh,
would- I would say he's going to win. 'Cause I would assume Ghidorah needs like time to regenerate. Like he needs like time because like if he's being attacked, he probably has to focus in on it. But
Yeah.
I think Godzilla could have won the Mexico fight. Like he had the upper hand for the oxygen destroyer. The Boston battle, holy shit! Like Godzilla won like pretty much that entire fight up until Ghidorah got that power up. That's just kind of what bothered me. I was okay with that though because like Godzilla was like about to blow up. Which, by the way, I'm playing PS4, Ryan.
Oh, okay.
So can I explain my reasonings for why I think those two fights were really great?
Which ones?
Like the ones I hate.
The Mexico and the Antarctica?
Yeah.
All right, go for it.
Because in each instance, Godzilla succeeded in catching Ghidorah off in one way or another. The first one, Ghidorah had recently woken up, and Godzilla caught him off by complete surprise, which is why like he wasn't like fully prepared to attack Godzilla until they did their little standoff. The second fight in Mexico, Godzilla literally charges at him without any sign of knowing he was there. And if Ghidorah knew that Godzilla was going to be there, then the fight would have been more equal, like it was kind of during the Boston fight.
I mean, I wouldn't say.
And it was awesome.
I mean, he had time. It wasn't like the Mexico fight was completely off guard, but like Godzilla just like he had no idea. Godzilla just jumped on top of him and dragged him underwater. Like he kept trying to escape and flee, but Godzilla kept bringing him underwater. But the Antarctica fight's a different story. Like he was like in Antarctica, like they had time to both prepare. Like Godzilla came not because he knew about Ghidorah, it's because he came for the orca. Neither of them came prepared for a fight. They were both for the orca. So it's like I think in that sense, if you're going to be using that logic, they were both like kind of caught off guard and like, oh, there's my ancient rival. I'm going to kick your ass.
But yeah, I'm surprised myself Godzilla didn't lose that fight.
What, the Antarctica one?
Yeah.
I expected him to get destroyed, but really he didn't. He didn't. I don't think he got destroyed at all. But I really, that's not why I hate the Antarctica fight. But I was just kind of saying there, that's part of the reason I was disappointed with Ghidorah. Other than that, he was great. I thought they did a really good job making him like feel like have personality. And when the leaker told me they were like they just hint that he's an alien, but like they straight up say he's an alien.
That he's not a part of like nature.
Yeah, but they like you don't remember they literally straight up like were like yeah.
They said they did say they said that in the movie.
Yeah, they used the term alien to describe him because they're like he came from like space. Like
I loved the Antarctica fight mostly because it introduced Ghidorah in like the most badass way, like mostly the Ghidorah introduction, really, because like it's nowhere near as like badass as let's say his entrance in Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster, where that's like one of the best Godzilla moments in history, in my opinion. But it was definitely a cool way to introduce, Ghidorah into the MonsterVerse mythos, or to reintroduce him, really, kind of, because he was already there. But I thought they did an excellent job, like introducing his character, and yeah, while the fight didn't seem very one-sided, it was just I still really enjoyed it because it still left me satisfied, like where Ghidorah didn't die, and Godzilla like Ghidorah kept, Ghidorah was still alive, and Godzilla's, didn't win, but he was he looked strong, so it kind of made it cool. The Mexico fight, I also mostly it's for Ghidorah and Rodan because um, I loved how they introduced Ghidorah. I loved how they just clashed with each other. It was really cool. And then Rodan just falls in the ocean, and people think, and you think he's dead, but no, he's actually just right there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it just kind of pissed me off, for selling the whole Antarctica thing. It was just like, like they have cave drawings of like Mothra and Godzilla having to work together to defeat Ghidorah, and clearly they didn't. And it's like Godzilla's just pretty much whooping it was pretty equal.
But I mean, Ghidra just woke up from how many years of sleeping though?
I know, but like that's like the same thing people like we use that same excuse for 2014 where we're like, why do you get this ass kicked by the Mutos? Well, they're his natural predators, and he slept for like a million years or like a billion years or whatever.
I mean, it's kind of shown whenever even on Final Wars, Godzilla just kind of needed to right after getting out of the ice, he needed to kind of warm up. Really, I feel as though that was the case for Ghidorah, but then he got caught off guard in Mexico. He got clapped, but got saved from his regenerative powers, and Godzilla getting clapped by the oxygen destroyer.
One thing I do want to mention, talking about Mexico for a second, I was so hyped for Rodan, not as hyped as Ghidorah, because Rodan is my personal favorite monster of all time. But I was really happy with how they made him in King of the Monsters. When Kyle told me a while ago that Rodan was like a bitch in the movie, and I will admit he kind of is. He kind of is a bitch in the movie.
I mean,
but he's pretty much a bitch. But they did it in to where it didn't feel like he was a pussy. You know what I mean?
yeah.
They still made him like a badass, and they still made him kick so much ass against the whole scene with Mothra. The whole they're just grappling onto each other. Rodan's got her cornered and just killing her against. It's just oh man, that was so cool. I loved it. I was so happy. I was so impressed with how they did with Rodan. Rodan also stole all the monsters were fantastic. They stole the show. They stole the show hands down. And they literally made the movie into such a phenomenal movie.
Honestly, the reason I was saying I'm not gonna I'll get into why the first quarter up till the Rodan reveal kind of I didn't care for it as much. But damn, the thing that really got me in that movie was one scene in particular during the Rodan review.
Oh, what scene?
There was a scene where he was just flying to the side of everyone. You see him up in the sky, he's flying. You can see him beside the Argo plane and stuff. Then he just comes he seems like he's flying fast, and he just comes whoosh, his speed changes so quick. He becomes so fast in the air, just out of nowhere. And when that happened, I was like, oh shit. I was like, that got me I was like, whoa, I was not expecting he flew so quick in that shot.
Oh yeah. Also, Kyle, one thing I do want to point out is I know you asked me this earlier and I didn't really give my opinion on it, but I don't want. There's one issue I did have with Rodan. It was his roar.
Yeah.
I don't recall him even roaring that much in the movie.
It was kind of generic. It felt generic in a way.
It was. Go on.
I mean, with Mothra, there was bits of the classic roar. With Ghidorah, you had the sound. With Godzilla, you outright have the Showa sounds, which I love. But with Rodan,
I literally was in shock. I was like,
they opened up the movie with a Showa roar.
Yeah, exactly.
I jumped. I was not expecting this to be the Showa roar.
I knew it was going to be in the movie. I like the way they used it the first time where they mixed it in.
And the 54 roar as well in the Antarctica fight. That was something I
Wait, they had the 54 roar?
Yeah, at one
Yeah,
point
they used it.
I didn't notice.
starts off with the 2014 roar, but then ends off with the iconic 54 one.
Oh, I didn't know because 2014's roar I always knew kind of ended with a 54 roar. Like the growling sound he makes is like reminiscent of the 54. Like the
Full on 54.
I didn't notice, but that's there's a lot of things I did notice that people haven't been catching for some reason. But we'll get onto that. But I would say I don't know, the Rodan fight too was, although it was pretty close to what was described to me as like him being a really quick, like kind of like a squash match. It was still, I think Rodan still got the steal the show a little bit against Ghidorah. I'm glad they didn't just one side it completely. Like Ghidorah won at the beginning, then Rodan just like jumped up and then came back at him and was like attacking his bitch ass. And then Ghidorah did something really cool where he grabbed his wings with the heads and used his heads as arms and then just, uses center head to blast Rodan till Rodan blacked out. Because Rodan has never been, not never, but like Rodan's not in this movie not as durable as like Godzilla.
Mm-hmm.
Which, damn, they really they really put the MonsterVerse Godzilla's durability to the test in this movie. Jeez.
Atmosphere drop set.
I think something that honestly is one of the most impressive things to me, the Oxygen Destroyer didn't kill him.
Oh yeah. Oh, when they said the name Oxygen Destroyer, I was like,
Well, obviously I wasn't shocked because obviously I knew it was going to be in the movie.
yeah.
Me and Infinite both knew. We both knew how it was coming. Which Infinite didn't the leakers say though it had a different name? It had like a name like D.
Oxygenator. They call it the Oxygenator or something like that.
Yeah, like that's what the leakers told us. But then in the movie they actually refer to it as the Oxygen Destroyer.
They even show a picture, like the little outline of the Oxygen Destroyer.
Yeah, it was kind of like made into the. It was weird though because it's like I was wondering if it was supposed to be like a nuclear weapon more than like the classic Oxygen Destroyer or what, because like that thing had like a green explosion.
Oh, it pretty much created like an entire explosion you can see from the city itself.
I've always wondered, is that how the original one would have reacted? Because the reason he did it underwater so he didn't kill a bunch of people. So maybe that's the original one would have exploded like that, and this one was more towards the surface.
The original released a whole bunch of bubbles. This one was
yeah, but that's because you only saw it underwater. Because if he did it on land, it would have killed everything. So I'm wondering if it would have exploded similar to that. I don't think it would have, but a small detail that I'm shocked you didn't mention. I was really impressed that they made the explosion green.
It kind of reminds me of for Godzilla versus Destroyer.
That's what I'm saying, because other than the original, it was because that was black and white. Nowadays.
Oh, he muted himself. Rip.
I had to. Someone came in my room. But nowadays though, it's I feel because of Destroyer, we really reminisce the Oxygen Destroyer with color green.
Mm-hmm. There was one thing. Going back to Ghidorah for a second, there was one thing that I really wish was. I love Ghidorah in this movie. I really do. He's my favorite part of the movie. But there was one thing that I absolutely wish they didn't do.
Which was?
I wish they didn't have him be sort of controlled by the orca. Thankfully, they didn't do it too bad because
I wouldn't say the orca necessarily controlled the monsters.
Yeah, it was more so thankfully they did redeem themselves at near the middle of the movie where Ghidorah was doing stuff on his own.
I was gonna say a lot of people refer to the Oxygen Destroyer as the orca is they're freaking out. It's it's gonna control the monsters, but really it was just kind of it just made them, it just kind of pissed them off or something or calmed them down. But it didn't it wasn't really ever used to make a monster destroy the entire city or something. And something that really disappointed me, the ending only had 4 monsters bow down to Godzilla.
Oh, one thing that actually kind of shocked me. Um, the Muto.
That wasn't the Muto you think it is, though.
Oh, it's not the.
It's the one from the comic book, Aftershock.
Yeah, no, that was the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, it's the Aftershock Muto. The alpha.
That's what I was thinking. The Muto.
I forget what it's called.
The Muto Prime.
Yeah. I'm still playing that way, Ryan. If you still want to play.
Oh yeah, I'm still playing.
But yeah, that's what it was. It was that Muto. Because like my girlfriend, we just watched 2014 the other day.
I watched it before I came in.
Mm-hmm. She was like, "Look, it's in the Muto. It's a Muto." I'm like, "No, baby, that's not the Muto. That's like the Muto Prime."
But yeah, I knew it wasn't the actual Mutos because they're fucking dead.
You even
the Muto Prime's the one who made them, right?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe.
Like, I'm sure he can make more.
Do you know what though Titan I really liked the most was that weird gorilla mammoth thing.
Oh, that thing. Okay, you want me to tell you right now? I saw each of the monsters' designs before I saw the movie. I saw the monsters' designs about 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Because you know, I mean, I have ways. You know, I've always had ways. I knew the entire Shin Godzilla movie like half a year before it came out.
Oh, I did too.
Like I have way. You know, it's not hard to get people that know people or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I saw the monsters' designs. I don't know if they were legit or not, but they're 100% like what I was shown. They were drawings. But at the end, though, they had the Muto Prime stuff, but I didn't notice the mountain kaiju.
Oh yeah, I didn't see.
There's a spider creature, but I think was the mountain kaiju there? Was he there?
I know the spider kaiju was at the end.
I was expecting like the 16, 15 others to be there though.
You know what? I will say this though. I was not expecting my boy Rodan to live. Hell yeah. Fuck everyone who doubted his ass. He lived and he's a happy boy now. Now Godzilla and Rodan are besties. You know, that I literally was like, "Oh, he's alive."
You know, like at first when I heard like the idea of like the monsters bowing down, I'm like, this is gonna be cheesy. But then it didn't look too bad, actually.
No, it didn't. I didn't think it was that cheesy. I thought it was like, okay, this is kind of like what, but I didn't expect it to be like. I didn't think it was like stupid, like you know, because what are really Godzilla films? Honestly, they're kind of stupid. But
And Godzilla's the most stupid.
Shin Godzilla's not even stupid. It's just it's beyond stupid. It's beyond retarded. No, I'm just kidding. Anyone who really likes Shin Godzilla, I'm just kidding. But I really did. I liked. Like I said, I was shocked with Rodan. Mothra was my least favorite one in the movie. How about you, Tommy? Was Mothra also your least favorite?
I mean, I don't know which one I can place above each other because they're all really great. I mean,
yeah, they're all great.
But Mothra was just hearing that classic little bit of the theme, like when she.
I was like, but
the twins
compared to the other monsters, even Rodan, Mothra didn't have that much of a spotlight.
She had very few scenes, but the scenes she happened to be in were amazing to see.
Oh yeah, they were great. Like,
also, I love the nods to classic films, like whenever she'd get pissed off, her eyes would be red. I like that they did that.
Oh yeah, like that was in Tokyo SOS too.
You know, you guys keep talking about how Rodan survived, but when you think about it, I'm pretty sure Mothra technically survived in a way too.
They said that they found a new egg.
Yeah, they found an egg in the after. Like a lot of people aren't talking about it, but
Oh, I didn't see that
yeah,
actually.
there was a new. You know how they had a news article montage at the end?
Hmm.
Yeah.
They said they found they found a new egg or something, and they didn't say what it was of. They just found an egg, and it shows a picture of the egg, and it kind of looks reminiscent of the Mothra egg.
Oh, okay.
And
So
then,
Mothra might be alive too.
which I'm like, that's funny. I looked right at my girlfriend. I'm like, oh, this is cliche Mothra.
And who knows, maybe Ghidorah, and after credit scene,
Well, the thing too, they were really, really, really hyping up Godzilla versus Kong in that montage.
oh
Like,
yeah, it's like,
they
well, I
it
mean,
literally ended with them zooming in on Skull Island.
No, it ended with the cave painting of Godzilla.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that cave, dude. That made me, instead of making me be like, well, although I was like, that's badass. That gave me that I had so many questions when I saw that.
Well, it's like Godzilla and Kong, like they never appeared at the same time, unless if you know.
Well, it may be other members of the species.
I mean, canonical current Godzilla, yeah, but there were other Godzillas.
Yeah, I was gonna say there. Well, it could have been the current Godzilla. You say it could have been the current Godzilla's been around for like ever.
But or maybe this is just a different Kong.
That's what I'm saying. It was probably because Kongs definitely don't live as long as like the other Titans.
Because he was just like a teen during Skull Island. He
I
was
know, and most of the if you read the comic books for Skull Island, most of the Kongs don't really grow all the way. They kind of get murdered before they can grow all the way.
so this is probably one of the older Kongs that is.
This is probably like the only Kong that's gonna get full height, or one of the only. Whichever Kong fought whichever Godzilla, um, you know, whichever Godzilla that was. I'm assuming that was like our Godzilla, but whichever Kong that was. You know, how are they going to explain that? Like, is that just going to be just something to tease the movie, and they're just not going to introduce it? Because at least in this movie, like the cave paintings from Skull Island, they didn't just leave them blank. Like they actually brought them up.
Mm-hmm.
what is this guy doing?
I don't know. He's autistic. No offense to autistic people.
You guys have been wondering, in case anyone in the stream's wondering what the hell we're talking about. We're playing Godzilla PS4, and this guy's just running away.
I'm just on my bed.
But
Wait.
this is kind of like all over the place in terms of like scenes, but whatnot. So might as well just keep going. What do you guys think of the after credit, like the very end credit scene?
I've known about that scene for a while, and it kind of I didn't know exactly what it would be because originally I was told it was Destroya.
Like crabs or something.
Do you remember when the guy who made the plot leak, he said the CGI was really bad, but he thinks they were teasing Destroya?
So that was Ghidra's head, actually.
Yeah, it was Gija's head, and he's like, the CGI was really like undone. He said it looked like a crab, like a giant crab. I was like, Destroya? Clearly it's Ebra.
Ebro's gonna be the big villain.
I was like, but yeah, you know, I am like, I think I was talking because I have a friend in my school, or like, there's a big senior this year who's like a big wrestler. He's like one of the most popular kids, you know, and he found our account, like the Kaiju Gang, and he's been like messaging me like crazy about, you know, well, not like crazy, but like me and him talked a lot about the new Godzilla movie. And like, I was shocked he was such a fan. You know, he went to go see it tonight with a big Godzilla shirt and shit. And it was really cool, you know, seeing it from someone I never expect to be a fan. But he was asking me a bunch of questions, and he didn't understand the after credit scene. And I told him there's three things I see coming out of this after credit scene. Either Ghidorah is going to regenerate, even though I think that Ghidorah head's like completely dead because they had flies around it, and I don't know exactly how the regeneration works. Maybe it has to be like attached to the body or something.
Yeah, I think that's how it works. It's got to be attached to the body.
Maybe because I was gonna say that head didn't prepare itself at all, and it also it had like flies and stuff around it, like really signifying it was dead. So I was like, the three possibilities: somehow maybe it'll like regenerate the whole body. I said maybe there's a chance they'll take it and like study it or something and end up making their own like kaiju out of it, or they'll introduce Mecha King Ghidorah.
Yeah, that was the thing that I got, Mecha King Ghidorah.
I don't know, but what they're gonna do? Just literally build just the entire body of Mecha King Ghidorah and just have one head. Be a normal head.
Like think of it as Mecha King Ghidorah, but opposite. Completely flipped.
Opposite. Like
You know
pretty
what
much.
I mean? Like instead of one head being robotic, and and um the other two being organic, it's going to be one's organic and the other two are.
But like a big portion of the body was like organic in the original.
They're probably and now it's
It's gonna be all mechanical.
all
It's not even
mechanic in this one.
it's not even like a mecha. Like it's not even gonna be because the old Mecha King Ghidorah was like a cyborg King Ghidorah.
Yeah,
This one's gonna be like pretty much a full like King Ghidorah with just one
Android.
dead head. Oh my god, they should bring the android back for Godzilla vs Kong.
Or they're gonna like kind of build it around the head. Something
That's
like
why I'm wondering. I don't know. I'm just curious on what the route is with it. I just
yo. You know that guy who gave like some of the more detailed information to Methyl Kaiju?
yeah. Ryan doesn't know, but I know.
The dude apparently said that Mecha Godzilla is
Yeah, he said Mecha Godzilla, but like I don't get Mecha Godzilla from a Ghidorah head.
Well,
I did hear one little fan theory though. I told Tommy about this, like a little bit ago. Someone in like a comment section of a video I saw, stated, "What if they took Ghidorah and Godzilla's DNA and fused it to create Destroya?"
That's what I've kind of been. People kind of talk to me about where like, what if they use to destroy a head in the auctions? I mean, Ghidorah head and the auction sort of stuff to make Destroya.
Because they did state that Titan DNA is worth a lot to like various groups of people and companies.
Oh hell yeah!
They do anything to get their hands on just like even like the slightest bit of anything Kaiju Titan related. So I bet that what they're going to do is that they're going to take Godzilla's DNA or any like they're going to take Titan DNA, whether it's Godzilla or not, along with Ghidorah. They're going to make their own one to try to kill Godzilla. And
I think like I'm not sure what their plan is with this because it's just there. I'm not sure what they're planning to do with it, but like I don't know what all routes they take. Like I'm really hoping what they do is it doesn't affect Godzilla versus Kong. I really hope that stays a 1v1 movie for the most part. I do want a Rodan versus Kong fight in that movie, but Ryan, join the match.
Hold up, I'm just doing something real quick.
We're talking about some of the weirdest details right now, but there's other stuff I really want to talk about too, though. Like the reason I didn't like the first quarter pretty much before Rodan's reveal, I don't know, it just really didn't latch me on too much. Because the way the movie already started kind of bugged me because like, damn, the CGI was fucking awful in that San Francisco flashback. Like that for some reason kind of turned me off a little bit. You know, I didn't think the whole movie was going to be like that. Am I the only one that's like that though?
What?
Where the San Francisco flashback, like the CGI just really was trash in that scene.
I didn't really have any opinion on it. I just was like, oh, cool. Look, it's Godzilla 2014.
That kind of bugged me where like the CGI was just really kind of trashy to me. But then after that, it was just, I don't know, it didn't feel right. Like the Mothra larva scene really didn't do anything for me. And then the Antarctica scene, I was really hyped when that was coming up, and then I got really disappointed because most of that fight wasn't even like visible. It was just like shaky cam shit. That's what really disappointed me about that Antarctica scene because it was all like shaky. Like you couldn't see the fight hardly at all. That's what bothered me is because the camera was always shaking and you never really got too many clear shots of the monsters actually fighting. They were just in the background most of the time, which isn't a bad thing, but it's like whenever they are up there, it's just shaky. I have a question because I heard that she died. The leaker told me she died in the scene, but like I don't recall seeing it. I was told that Sally Hawkins got ate in that scene by the leaker, but like I don't remember her getting ate, and I didn't see her the rest of the movie. So I
She-
assume she died in that scene.
Yeah, she got munched.
She
Yeah.
did get ate.
Yeah, so what happened was Sally Hawkins was trying to run or trying to like, I believe it's either she was trying to run or trying to help someone. I can't remember off the top of my head. And so then Ghidorah just just face first into the snow, and you see just a bunch of snow going up, and Ghidorah, all the heads are just like um.
Ryan, are you on the match?
No,
Are you off PlayStation?
no, I'm just
But okay, I'm sorry, but no, it was like I was told by the leaker like she gets ate by Ghidorah. I was told that, but like
she does.
I don't remember seeing it. Maybe I just missed it.
I think you missed it because I remember I remember she got eaten.
Because I was told that, but I'm like, maybe she died when the helicopter fell into the thing. I'm like, because I didn't see her the rest of the movie after that. I was like, did she get ate? Like, like, did I miss that? Like, did the leaker tell me the truth, or am I retarded? Like, what happened?
Yeah, I remember. I strictly remember that she got eaten.
I thought you were gonna say, yeah, you're retarded.
Oh yeah, you're retarded.
Yeah.
But, so someone asked how was Mothra in the movie. Fucking awesome.
I loved Mothra. All the kaiju were awesome. I loved them all.
Oh, but to continue, I didn't like the first four. I did not like Mark Russell's characters for at least before Rodan came. He just drove me insane.
Mark Russell was the dad, right?
Yeah, he was because
Okay.
like he countered. He had like well, this is what Jeremy John said. I was like, "There's no way."
By the way, I'm off of PlayStation.
That's fine. I'm going to turn mine off too. Jeremy John said this in review, and I was like, "There's no way." I was like, but Jeremy Johns was right. This dude like knew everything. Like they would be like, "We gotta do this." He'd be like, "No, do that." Well, let's do this. No, do that. You gotta do this. No, do that. And that kind of got annoying real quick because it was like there was a whole,
Yeah, that was kind of
the
like
whole scene where Godzilla was like getting ready to attack the Monarch, the Castle Bravo base.
yeah.
He just like had a counter to every single thing. That whole scene where they were at Castle Bravo. I was like, dude, there's no way. Like, there's no way you know all this, right? And then after that, I got started liking him more, but that got so annoying. The only plus was he wasn't a female or like, you know, they didn't make him some female SJW shit where it was like some, you know, like I was like, at least I could be annoyed at a white man being the know-it-all.
Yeah.
I mean, you figured he'd kind of know some stuff because, Emma Russell, but at the same time, it's like he kind of stopped trying to focus on Monarch for years.
I get that. And like there were scenes where I was like, all right. Like there was a scene where he compared everyone to like the wolf pack or whatever, like the monsters following Ghidorah. And I was like, okay, like that works because like, you know, like he studied the wolf pack thing. And it's like, well, that makes sense for him to understand and like state. But it's like that's what he should have known. Like when it came to that, I'd been like, oh yeah, you know, like hey, there's something that he studies and he knows a lot about, and he can compare it to, you know, because they had this big thing with him studying wolves and stuff earlier in the movie.
Oh yeah, I kind of was reminded because I think it was mostly because I watched 2014 right before I went to go see King of the Monsters, but it kind of reminded me of Bryan Cranston's like echolocation study
Yeah,
because I remember the book had like a picture of a moth, either a moth or a bat, one of the two.
yeah, it was a bat.
Okay, a bat.
Moths don't have echolocation, I don't think.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But I mean, like, see, like that's what like Bryan Cranston's character was great. He wasn't like a know-it-all. He just
Yeah,
like,
he was a great. He was
that.
the best character in the movie.
He's been studying it for like 13 years straight, desperately and stuff. I guess to be fair, Mark Russell did work for Monarch, I believe, at one point. They said in the movie. Like, I believe they said he worked there.
They did say, because there was the guy. What's his name? Sam Coleman.
I don't know.
The guy who was with Sarazawa and Grant. They were, in the beginning, that the white beard dude. I
Yeah.
guess. He goes, I came into Monarch a little bit after you left. And I'm a big fan. He said something around those lines.
I know, because I just don't know. Like, it's just I don't know. Just that whole first like quarter, I just hated. I don't know why. I just really didn't like it.
I liked it.
I think the big turnoff was the Antarctica scene.
I loved the pacing of the movie. It was
Okay.
fast paced. I thought it was kind of fast paced, but it just kept that pace. Like that pace, the pace just stayed like fast. Like it stayed fast. It wasn't like an inconsistent like, oh, here it is, it's very fast. Oh, like lots of stuff is happening right now. Oh, no. We're just slowing down. Oh, we're picking things up. Oh, no.
I thought it felt really, really slow. Like I felt it was dragging on.
I thought it was. I felt it was
Until, like I said, until Rodan, it just felt like it kind of dragged a little bit. I don't know why. I just really have an issue with that whole portion of the movie, and it's like, because I kept thinking, I'm like, there's things about 2014 that I really enjoyed more. It was like I really enjoyed the soundtrack way more for 2014.
We'll get to the soundtrack. I'll get to the
I'm not saying that there wasn't things about this soundtrack I didn't like. I mean, I fucking every time the Marsh scene or Mothra scene came on, I started having an orgasm. But like, I just really thought, Alexander Desplat did a way better original soundtrack for the movie. I mean, they work for each other's movies, but I'm like, imagine Alexander doing this movie. Imagine him having the okay to cover, Akira Fukube's music.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool.
I think he would do it really well.
He'd probably have it be more suspenseful, which I wouldn't mind. But man, I got sold. Bear McCreary's music, man.
Bear McCreary, yeah. This is my new not only like I said earlier in the film that this was my new favorite Godzilla movie. This is also my favorite Godzilla soundtrack.
Agreed.
Oh my god, this is so good. I only have one issue with the soundtrack. No Rodan theme at all. No do. I was so disappointed they didn't have that anywhere.
They didn't have Ghidorah's theme either, though.
Yeah, but like I'm not like it's kind of I was disappointed with that too. But I will say this though, the substitutes for like Rodan's theme and Ghidorah's theme are really good. Rodan's is fast paced and like frightening, and it fits the character really well. And oh my god, Ghidorah's theme!
I thought Rodan's theme made the Rodan plane fight scene better than Ghidorah's theme helped a lot of his scenes because, like, dude, those drums started going, and then like the chanting like music, like that part where the Rodan theme really changes tone.
Yeah.
After the drums start, and it's like, here he comes. He starts destroying all the planes. He comes fucking swooping down. Dude, that scene, that was cinema gold right there, where he was just going like as fast as planes and just whoosh, like sonic speed out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, that Rodan stuff.
There's one shot of Rodan like flying like a pilot that reminded me a lot of the 56 film.
What shot?
You know what? I was actually going to talk about it, but it just felt like a no-brainer to you guys. But when Rodan came out of the volcano, I immediately thought of Ghidorah the three-headed monster.
Oh yeah, that as well. Like,
oh no! I was reminded of Astro Monster when they go and get him out of the side of that mountain.
I don't know. There's I was shocked how quick Godzilla showed up at Fenway Park. Like, Ghidorah was there for like a couple minutes.
Fast.
Like, yeah, Ghidorah was there for a few minutes, and then that shot was coming where he was going to hit Millie Bobby Brown with the beams, and it's like, because I've seen all the trailers and stuff, I was like, all right, yeah, he's about to get hit with the atomic blast. But still, I was like, I can't believe they did that. Like, I can't believe that. Like, I did not expect that to be when he got hit with the atomic blast.
No, you know what was a part? Like there was a couple parts with Ghidorah that made me go, "Whoa!" Like the first time was when Godzilla's like, it's the first time Godzilla uses his atomic breath. First time we see it in 2014. It pounds the female Muto really bad. Like the female Muto is just like, "Oh, ow, what is this?" The first time he uses the atomic breath in this movie, Ghidorah just dodges it. He's just like, "Oh, you missed."
Off the
I
ground.
was like, "Oh my god."
Do you see how like after he got the charge up, how like classic it came?
Yeah. Also, the second thing I wanted to that really shocked me was Godzilla's falling. In the trailer, you see Godzilla falling. I'm like,
Yeah,
but that was always my question: is why the fuck is he falling? And then and then it's Ghidorah, where he literally grabs Godzilla, flies up so high in the air, and just drops him to the ground. I was like, oh.
Revenge for 2004.
Ghidorah was like, yeah, that's from yeah. Remember 2004? I sure do.
um, there was one shot in this movie, honestly, to me, that I don't feel like a lot of people are going to talk about. To me, was pure art.
What shot?
There's a shot where is when Godzilla came in and started beating up on Ghidorah, and then you hear the Mothra roar, and then it just does a long shot, and it shows Godzilla on the left, Ghidorah in the middle, and then the sky just glows on the right. And then
Oh, I love that shot. So
Mothra just comes flying down out of the clouds, and it's like, damn.
I love that shot.
Yeah, that was a really good one.
And then one of my favorite shots is when Mothra's just like flying its fast, and you see Rodan just right there. It's like, oh my god, there he is.
Yeah, that was a really good one.
Also, I like how I like how I actually thought Rodan was kind of like I knew Rodan wasn't dead, but I was like, wait, what happened? There was one plot hole I did want to mention though. You know how the oxygen destroyer thing, boom.
Hmm.
I wonder how did Rodan have like that same effect? They didn't really just in the movie, but did like Rodan have the same effect, or like did he just take it like a champ?
Wait, hold on, repeat that?
The oxygen destroyer thing, how it goes in the water and boom, hits Ghidorah and hits Godzilla.
Yeah, like you're asking
But
why it didn't hit Rodan?
did it hit did it hit Rodan? And two, if it did, then he must have took it like a fucking champ.
I assume that he flew away prior to that, honestly, because
Okay,
like
yeah, I did. Okay, yeah, that was another thing.
he
Okay.
was nowhere to be seen after he fell in the water. So I assume at some point he woke up and flew away and got lucky because there's no way that Rodan would survive that blast when Godzilla got really hurt by it.
I mean, it could have taken Godzilla years to heal from that.
Yeah, and I mean even Mothra was giving him aid. Like Mothra was flying above him, just giving him like life support. Like
Right.
I don't know, a lot of people didn't, I don't know if you guys noticed, but when Mothra was like flying over where he was, you could see like stuff coming off her into the water.
Yeah, Godzilla would have probably taken years to fully heal from, like, since he said that like not his atomic energy itself was dropping, like his life, etc.
That scene where Mothra sacrificed herself for Ghidorah really reminded me. Obviously, I think they did it like this, but really reminded me of Rodan sacrificing himself against Mecha Godzilla for Godzilla.
No, you know what it reminded me of?
What?
It reminded me of GMK, except the roles are reversed.
You know what really confused me about that scene, actually?
What?
What the fuck was Ghidorah doing to Godzilla?
He was gonna blast Godzilla one last time.
Well, like, no, not that. But I mean, like, when he wrapped around Godzilla and
Oh,
picked
he was
him
trying to
up.
constrict them.
I was gonna say, but he kept, like, fighting him and, like, shocking him. But, like, it really just... I couldn't tell if he was, like, absorbing his energy or just shocking him to death.
When Godzilla was getting into his burning form, Fire Godzilla. Because
Yeah,
I think
earlier on that he was trying to like absorb Fire Godzilla's energy because you could see like the fire effect go into his neck's very Final Wars-esque scene going on there.
I was gonna say that it reminded me of Kaiser Ghidorah too.
I mean, I was shocked how quick. Remember, Godzilla is 90,000 tons in 2014. I think he's about 100,000 tons in this movie, and because he grew like 50 feet or something. But Ghidorah just casually lifts him into the air like quickly.
Yeah, wasn't really bothered by that all that much. You know, it was kind of really cool to see.
He was like 500 feet, like 521, if I recall correctly.
Okay, I can't remember how high he was, but like, because did they state it in the movie?
I mean, like I saw some like the official marketing stuff. They said he was like 521 feet.
Oh, you're talking about how tall Ghidorah is?
Yeah,
Oh, I was talking about how high he was lifting Godzilla into the air.
but how high? He dropped him from the atmosphere, didn't he?
I know it had to be in the atmosphere because Godzilla lit on fire, so it had to be pretty high for Godzilla to catch fire. You know, people don't catch fire unless they're. You have to be in the one sphere. I can't remember what sphere it is, but you have to be in the one to catch fire. Because you don't catch fire unless you're that high.
Because he was going into atmospheric re-entry mode.
But like that scene went by quick. Like he was just like he was flying and just all of a sudden he was above. And I mean Godzilla didn't take it the way I thought he was going to, but I mean Godzilla wasn't dead. He just like he was already weakened before that even happened. Like Godzilla was already weak before he even got carried into space, and he was still laying there wide awake. He was trying to like heal. I think if do you think Godzilla would have took that better if he was like at full strength and dropped?
Oh yeah,
Because like
if
people are saying, like D-Man keeps going these rants about how Godzilla shouldn't be able to survive that, or else he's going to be like the strongest Godzilla or something like that, which is retarded. But it's just like, I mean, that is pretty impressive that he just like he casually like he was. You got to think he was already weakened and probably like in a dying state, and he just casually got dropped and just like, or he just got dropped, you know, not easily or anything. He was fine. Well, he wasn't fine, but you know what I mean.
If he was at where he was at the beginning, where you know they said his power levels were like increasing, and he would have been able to probably take it like a champ, to be honest, or at least he would have like not like been at the point where like he was on the ground like for a while. He probably would have been able to get back up and keep fighting. And plus, D-Man, no offense to him, like he's a good YouTuber, but he's kind of full of shit for that because there are Godzillas out there who have taken worse than just an atmospheric drop.
Black hole, Satan,
forgetting
from God.
Godzilla was able to fight Ghidorah, who was able to destroy entire stars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I am curious. I wish they would go more into detail about Ghidorah's origins because I want to know if he came to Earth in something, or like if he was a creature that flew around space and like did stuff and then you know came to Earth and Godzilla was here. That's my question. Like did he destroy planet? Like did he go planet to planet or something, or did he just like did a meteor? Was he like a spore, like a creature in a meteor? Because I don't think he breathes oxygen clearly, because he wasn't affected by the oxygen destroyer at all, and he was going up into the atmosphere just fine. Godzilla blacked out, but I don't think that was from not being the atmosphere. I think it was because he was getting choked out.
Oh yeah.
Now I could point something out. I mean, they did say in the marketing a while ago that his flight would destroy the stratosphere or something like that.
Ghidorah's?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it caused Hurricane Katrina ×5.
So I wouldn't be surprised if that he'd be able to pull off some planetary type destruction if he really wanted to.
I was just confused though, because like, why 1 second is he causing a storm, and then the next second him flying isn't causing anything?
I mean, probably
is that like his lightning?
Probably him focusing his energy.
I don't know, but like he is definitely more alien, because like Godzilla acted a bit more human in this movie, but like Ghidorah acted like he had the same amount of intelligence as like us. Like, he was very cunning and smart, and he definitely liked torturing his prey.
One thing I did like about the whole hurricane thing, one thing I did like is that they referred to it as a Category 6.
I don't know what the record is.
What?
I don't know what the record hurricane is.
I'm gonna look at. There are online it says there are currently no Category 6 hurricanes, but I'm gonna see
Like, what's the top one then? Like a 5, probably.
strongest hurricane. Yeah, Category 5. Hurricane Wilma is the strongest Atlantic hurricane. Okay.
Like, this hurricane wasn't really like a hurricane though. It was like it had tornadoes popping out of it and all sorts of crap. Like,
Um,
this hurricane was pretty wicked. It wasn't a normal hurricane at all.
yeah. I'm trying to look it up and see which one was the strongest hurricane
I thought
ever.
you just knew.
Well, that was for the Atlantic.
Oh.
That'd be not of all time.
That final battle, that was pretty insane.
Yeah.
I thought that
That
final
was some good shit.
I thought the final battle was one of the greatest.
Yeah. All right. One thing I would want to ask: who do you think had the better fatality, female Muto, or Ghidorah?
Godzilla straight up Vors Ghidorah.
I honestly, I mean, Ghidorah's was pretty cool.
I love Ghidorah's death. Don't get me wrong, but forever, the greatest Godzilla kill of all time will always be the kid's death.
I just wish the effects were a little better on that shot, but the concept was pretty badass because, like, did you watch Tommy? Did you watch Rob's video of the plot leak like a year ago?
Did I?
I remember because he was making fun of how the guy said that he literally like starts eating Ghidorah alive.
I probably saw like bits of it, but
Rob's like, huh, this dude's funny, huh? Godzilla is literally like eating Ghidorah alive while he blows him up. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Like, has Rob said anything? I can't wait. When Rob has a live stream about this, I'm just gonna be like, plot leak, plot leak, plot leak.
I'm surprised they actually showed Godzilla eating.
Yeah, I know. I was really disappointed with something, by the way, and not because the movie. It's not the movie's fault. It's Jay Nerd's fault. He told me that the uranium ray was in the movie.
I would have loved to see Godzilla's one beam attack.
I thought that's what they were going to do at one point, but all Godzilla did when he was like in burning mode was nuclear pulse and nuclear stomps.
But you have to admit, the nuclear pulse with Mothra's roar.
I know that's pretty badass, and her wings and stuff.
Yeah,
But
because
the form disappeared so quick. It was so temporary. And something that they make a big point about and then just randomly just cut off. He's melting down. He's going to blow up here in like 3 minutes. And then it's just like, he's fine. Like, he's like nearly dead, so he's not going to blow up anymore. And then Mothra sacrifices herself. And then he becomes burning.
I think that it was just he was like focusing like the rest of the energy he had left, though. Which is why he was spamming atomic pulses at Ghidorah.
I just think what happened mostly, because like, clearly that was a reference to Godzilla vs. Destroyer. They made a big deal about how he's going to blow up and you're not going to want to be there. And it's like, well, shouldn't he be burning already if he's at that point?
Actually, there was one thing that I literally gasped at. It was a very small line. It's very hard to figure it out. But I got it the instant I saw it. Instant I heard it. But when Godzilla was about to, go into the burning mode, they said Godzilla was about to reach a critical mass, and I immediately thought of Godzilla Unleashed.
That's pretty much what Fire Godzilla is, kind of.
I mean, my thoughts on Fire Godzilla is the reason he went fire is because he's going to explode, but I think Mothra's essence like kept him from exploding, more concentrated the energy into the fire form.
Yeah.
But like, I was really hoping that fire form wasn't just something temporary. I thought it was gonna be I was hoping it'd be something that was like would last way longer. So like, I really would love to see that form return and be something that lasts more because like, dude, come on, man. If they make a new Godzilla game, we have to have Fire Godzilla in it.
I just realized something. Like, I just remembered something. When the Fire Godzilla toy was revealed, a guy actually pointed out how in a similar, like how like in an early draft of 2014, they stated that if Godzilla would stay on land for a long period of time, he would enter a meltdown mode.
Why is that?
Nuclear energy, I forgot, but like
Because it's that bad on land versus in water, or what?
something. I remember them referencing a meltdown state in an old like draft of 2014.
But they hit him with 17 nukes. I mean, like he got shot in the face with 17 nukes in 2014. Like, what do
Probably
you?
like staying on land or something. I have to find the exact like thing.
I was about to say he got hit with like 17 nukes, and it just takes one nuke for him to go in the burning like meltdown mode. That's what confused me. It was like,
I'm
how
gonna try.
how's come he was able to get hit with like 17 nukes in 2014, not go in this form, but this movie, it's like, yeah, he gets hit with one nuke and he's about to like just kill everything. What was it? There was something about his fire form. Oh no! By the way, after seeing this movie, I hope if they're making a Godzilla game for the 65th anniversary or something like they did for PS4, I really want this monster cast in the game.
Oh, I would love that.
I would play as Rodan all the time.
Dude, I'd play as Dan and Ghidorah.
Speaking of which, what are your thoughts? Because Mothra is the most like controversial character, I would say. What are your thoughts on the way they treated her in this movie? Because I see videos and stuff bashing the way they treat her.
I think I talked about this a bit earlier. I wasn't a huge fan of how they, how should I put it? Didn't give her that much of a screen time. I wish they gave her a bit more, but I was really happy with her role in the movie.
I'm gonna state what I said earlier, though. They could have tried to give her more scenes. The scenes she was in were amazing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, it would have been cool to see more Mothra screen time, but at the same time, I'm satisfied for what we got.
Plus, she might return.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if the next movie, if she returns in Godzilla vs Kong, I wonder if she's not going to become an adult in that movie and she's going to do the larva thing.
Mm-hmm.
Could they do that? I mean, is the larva even like capable of being able to fight like the old school larva?
I don't know.
So it's very tiny.
Yeah, I do have a question. Those guys trapped in silk, are they dead?
Yeah.
I don't think they're dead, are they?
They could be.
They could be, but like, I mean, them just getting trapped in webbing doesn't mean they're dead. If anything, they are probably dead though, because if they didn't die from Mothra, the terrorists probably just walked in and shot them.
Oh yeah. I mean, also the impact of the fucking side of the wall that probably killed. That would probably be enough.
Okay.
To at least damage them.
That's fair. I mean, I wasn't considering that, but yeah, that's fair.
If they're like completely covered by like it, then they'd probably suffocate.
But seeing the way it covered Ghidorah, I wouldn't say it completely covered. It just kind of is like an actual spider web where it just kind of holds them down.
Also, adult Mothra used the silk. Oh, one thing about Ghidorah I loved so much. I loved how each of the heads were had like their own mind, sort of.
Yeah.
Like one head's doing his own business, and the other head's like, "Get the fuck up and get back to work." I'm like, "Okay." He's like, "Okay." And then the one head guy gets out the silk and tries to, rip the silk out of the other heads. That was wicked cool.
It was actually nice to see that happen.
Rodan really surprised me in the final battle where he came out of nowhere. Like, I knew because we've seen that shot 1,000 times where Mothra's flying in and Rodan beside her. You know? But, like, it still surprised me because I was like, I kept thinking they were going to go more with the concept art for the movie. because in the Godzilla art book or whatever, they have shots where it's like Godzilla comes in to fight Ghidorah, and then Rodan is beside him. Like Rodan and Ghidorah are getting ready to attack Godzilla together, and then that's when I assume Mothra comes in and attacks. It's like the other way around. Like Mothra comes in and attacks Rodan out of nowhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
By the way, Rodan fucked her shit up.
Oh yeah. Rodan was like, "Yeah, fuck you."
Like she was so hurt. Like she was like struggling to stand on top of Godzilla.
Yeah, I really liked that. I also liked how Rodan was doing so much. I was actually rooting for him. I was like, Rodan, Rodan. And then Mothra stabbed him and was like, "Aw." And then he came back and I was like, "Yay!"
Something that surprised me. Rodan's theme song. I didn't realize this till the other day. They actually chant Rodan in it.
Yeah, I noticed that since day one of the song.
Something that did piss me off about the Battle in Boston theme. I really love listening to it, but they really made a weird choice with the March theme in that the way they used it in the movie. Because I thought they were going to use the March theme whenever Godzilla actually charged at Ghidorah, but instead they used it the way the March theme used to be used, and they used it as a military march.
Oh.
But it was weird because it was like earlier in the movie, they just literally used it as his theme whenever he was reborn, and I was like, well, obviously it's going to be whenever he marches and charges at Ghidorah, you know, they're going to play the theme. But it's as soon as like the military comes in and starts attacking Ghidorah, that's when they play the march theme during the battle in Boston. I'm like, you guys are really like, I don't know, you guys are really like not going the way like, you know, like they're not like sticking true to what they just did earlier. Like, is it a military march in this movie or is it a Godzilla march? I prefer it as a Godzilla march personally.
Yeah, Godzilla March.
But like, because I mean, it would have been cool if they had the you know, that military march.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was surprised that wasn't in the movie.
They only had 2 Akira, or I guess 3 technically Akira themes in the movie. They had the Mothra Prayer, they had the Godzilla March, and then they had the Godzilla Comes Ashore.
But I thought Godzilla's March included a dun 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 dun.
Not all versions, but if you're going by the Heisei version, yeah. But technically, that track itself is the Godzilla Comes Ashore theme.
Never,
huh?
Never knew they were separate. I thought that because
no, there's a whole extended version of the Godzilla Comes Ashore theme. Like the dun, there's like a whole like 3-minute track of that theme alone.
they were considered separate.
Yeah, they're not the same thing. It's just the Heisei. Is only the Heisei March uses that as them together.
Huh.
Because if you notice in the movie, the march and that theme are never really together, other than at the end credits when they use that main title theme.
Mm-hmm.
But even that though, it's like it's not really. Which, by the way, I don't understand why he took notes out of the Godzilla Comes Ashore theme.
Yeah, he got rid of parts of it.
Yeah, he like took notes out of it. And it's like, why? Just play the whole thing. It's not gonna, it's not gonna hurt anyone. To like,
I mean, hey, it still sounds fantastic. I was just expecting at some point to hear dun 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 dun, dun, you know, that part. But you know, for what we got, I'm still very satisfied.
yeah, that kind of made me sad. I remember there was a few themes that I really wanted to be in the movie, no matter what, and none of them showed up. It was obvious the March theme was going to be in the movie because that was confirmed. I wanted Sacred Springs.
Oh yeah, that one.
I
wanted Fury of Godzilla, which is the one you're just naming off. The dun 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 dun. I wanted the Fury of Godzilla track.
I want Rodan's theme in there.
I wanted Rodan's theme. I wanted Ghidorah's theme in some way. It doesn't even have to be the just the just imagine how fucking. Just imagine them flying in a storm, and then just when the silhouette pops in, it's just like
That would have been so cool.
Which, by the way, I didn't know this. Fun fact: did you know the is actually East meets West from Godzilla vs. Kong?
Yeah.
I didn't. I never knew that until when I was actually doing the covers of them. I was like, damn, these are the exact same. I was like, wait a minute. How'd you guys feel about the ending with after Ghidorah died and when all the Titans just came out of nowhere and started battling and stuff?
I liked it.
Dun, dun, dun.
You know, actually, there's something I've been telling you guys for a while now. I never had to talk about. So Ryan, you remember when I first read the leaks and I told you this movie's gonna be awful?
Yeah.
You want to know exactly why I said that?
Why?
Because that scene at the very end where all the Titans bow to him.
Oh yeah, I was cool with that.
I don't want to spoil that for you guys, but I was like, this is so cheesy. And I knew about that scene. And literally, I started accepting it. I was like, this movie's going to be really good. I just think the ending's going to be trash. But the way they did it in the movie, I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I liked it. I
Also,
mainly love it because my boy Rodan.
I'm also confused, though. So wasn't Godzilla standing on Ghidorah's body?
Concept art, yeah, but now it's like probably he's standing on top of rubble. Since
I know, but I thought he was standing on his body. Because, I know both the heads got disintegrated in the nuclear pulses. And I know we watched him kill the middle head. But it's I was just really curious. I was like, I thought I could have swore he was standing on the torso and stuff.
I don't know. I'll have to watch that again.
I know. I might go watch the movie again tomorrow. I haven't decided yet.
I don't think it was his body. Maybe it was because I remember the concept art. It did show that body.
Yeah, but it also showed the head, him holding the one neck.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just kind of wish that Fire Godzilla would have got the finishing blow. I was really confused. It was he stomped, and then it became daytime. And then just out of nowhere, it became daytime, and then Godzilla's just back to his normal form. Which, by the way, does that mean his atomic breath went back to normal too, where it's not the Toho one anymore? Because is it just because? To be fair, they don't explain it. Maybe the novelization will. But did you notice how when he wasn't supercharged, his atomic breath was more Toho already? It was very different from the 2014 atomic breath.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
It was really cool too, because the way they built it up was almost the way they built it up in 2014, where it was that's something I liked about the Antarctica fight actually, where it's just Godzilla kind of got hurt and then just vroom, 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 you see the spikes start lighting up.
Yeah, that was cool.
That whole shot was pretty badass. But what was the other? There was another shot or something. I don't remember. I just remember. I think they should explain the Mutos EMP. That's the purpose of it. That's easy. People won't be confused why his atomic breath just all of a sudden stronger. It should be the Mutos EMP. Simple. That's how it should be. Because in everything besides 2014, he has Toho breath.
Mm-hmm.
But literally, even in novelization, he technically has the Toho breath in 2014. But the Mutos, it explains Mutos affected. Which I don't know if the novelization is canon or not. I know Awakening is. But do they ever confirm that anywhere Infinite, or is it just because most novelizations are canon, aren't they?
Okay, what needs to be clarified? Whether or not it's canon?
The 2014 novelization, aren't most novelizations canon?
I believe so. I remember they did say that the novel was canon, but at the same time, there were some differences. Like in the novelization, they had it. Ford knew Godzilla was sneaking up on the Muto, and Godzilla actually cut the head off. I believe with his hands. I forgot exactly. And
oh yeah, he didn't shoot his atomic breath down her throat.
Yeah,
he broke her neck off. He decapitated her.
Yeah.
Oh, which by the way, go on.
They also mentioned how Godzilla's spines were damaged. Tanks.
I remember.
There were
because you and me did this for the Shin Godzilla video.
Which now that's completely at this point. I don't think it's true because of Muto Prime's supersonic mouth blast thing, which shattered his spines. Because then when his spines got shattered. I believe that's what led them to actually become the spines we see now.
That's what I was really curious about. I was getting ready to bring that up. So his spines, because I was wondering, I didn't read Awakening, but I knew how it was in novelization. So in the flashback scene, they actually the CGI'd in his old spines, and I could have swore during the Antarctica fight he had the old spines too.
I don't think he did when he was like rising up. When he's like rising up like from the water, I think I saw those old spines.
That's what I thought. Like the Antarctica fight, I could have swore like the shot where he was like charging himself with breath.
Wait,
Look, old spikes.
I don't know. What I think I don't know. Kaiju Trash probably has Kaiju Trash has re-uploaded the Antarctica scene from like the trailer though. So like you can check. I don't know. I think they're the new. Maybe they're the new ones.
Well, that wouldn't make sense if they're not the new ones, if they're the old ones, because like the next time we see him in the movie, he has the new ones. Like when the Mexico fight, like he has the new ones in the Mexico fight. So why would he have the 2014
I
ones in the
think
end?
they're the 2014 ones because they were. It seems that they were making this really like up to date with the book, the not Awakening but Aftershock.
Oh yeah, they definitely kept track of they definitely have someone who works very hard on keeping continuity in the movies.
I mean, they
Which,
had no Prime in this or something like
yeah,
that. So
no, it had to be Muto Prime, right? Because did Muto Prime die or anything?
I think so. Like I remember after Godzilla's spines were shattered, like he pretty much unleashes a nuclear pulse from his spine. So I have the book with me right now. I can show you the pages.
I mean, if you just does he just get murked, or is this just a different Muto Prime character? Muto Prime's like black and orange, right? Is Muto Prime black and orange in the comic?
Yeah, like a really buff Muto, pretty much.
Yeah, but he's like really gray in the movie, whatever Muto that was. Like he's
so after Godzilla's spines get shattered, you see like this, like just like what looks like an atomic pulse, and then boom, full on atomic pulse from the spines.
Does he die though?
Muto Prime crashes. Godzilla steps on the Muto Prime. Like he crushes the Muto Prime and roars.
So he kills him pretty much.
Yeah. He moves off. He walks away, and you see that his spines are gone.
Well, so is it just a
Hey, yo, guys.
Muto? What?
I'm gonna head out.
Well, we're gonna be wrapping this up in a minute, anyways, right?
Oh, okay.
Stay for a little bit longer because I just want to talk about. I really just want to talk about one more thing right now, and then maybe in the future we'll do another live stream with everyone else, like Corey and them.
Yeah.
Well, first off, just before this last topic, was that just a generic Muto then in the movie?
Well, the exact Muto, like it was. I don't think it was Muto Prime. I think it was probably. It wasn't the 2014. We all know that they're dead. It was probably something maybe kind of like. I wouldn't say more evolved or in the middle, but just something kind of like a Muto.
Maybe, maybe it's just a different member of the species.
Because like this wouldn't be the first time. I mean, we had the Muto Prime for crying out loud, but.
My last question though was like they really at the end were kept talking about seismic waves in Skull Island. Like, what is that talking about? Like seismic activity and seismic waves. Like, what is that referring to?
Maybe we'll find out in Godzilla versus Kong.
Well, that's what I was wondering. Because I was like, that doesn't mean like there's always creatures moving around on an island. I mean, Kong lives on an island, but does that mean like seismic waves? It's not kind of do with like earthquakes and stuff.
Probably earthquakes. Who knows? Also, be prepared for a kaiju shitposting to use hashtag Kong wins 2020 nonstop.
Well, if you guys want to give your final first reactions on the movie and we'll call it a night.
All right. Honestly, this is my favorite Godzilla movie now. I know it's kind of like whoa, but you just came out. But it's like I can't help it. I loved this movie so much. It was so good. But um, there's one other thing I want to mention. Oh, we already mentioned it. Never mind. So yeah, Mecha
Yes,
Giga. I
yeah.
called it.
Anything else, Infinite?
You know, I'm gonna say
I
probably my favorite Godzilla film right now. What probably still my favorite takes on the characters. Probably one of my favorite soundtracks of Godzilla and period. I say that this is probably like the definitive way to do a classic styled Godzilla movie, but yet have it be modern. Take that, Shin.
Mega oof.
take that, Jordan. Jordan. Just whatever you do, don't listen to the critics. It doesn't matter what anyone says, because I know Cole hates this movie apparently. Don't just go in, watch it for yourself, make your own opinion. Do that for every movie. And I really hope this movie does very well in box office, because I think it does deserve it. And I hope it does what they're predicting right now.
Damn straight.
It was just like 250 million opening weekend.
Yeah, I hope
That's a lot. That's a lot of money. That's because 250 million. That's already like half of 2014's like box office, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm about to say that'd be crazy if it made 250 million opening weekend, because Godzilla only made like 2014 made like 150 million or something opening weekend, something like that. I just hope this movie does really well. I hope this movie and Kong do very well, so we get more MonsterVerse movies, and Toho lets them keep using Godzilla. And I trust Michael. I think him rewriting Kong is a great thing. Like him helping rewrite Godzilla vs. Kong is a great thing to hear.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, just go see the movie, guys. Give the movie love and share it, and just let's get the movie selling.
Hell yeah, I'm down with that.
Let's get the business booming.
Let's all buy the Steelbook from Best Buy.
Yes.
All right.
Novelization when it comes out.
Oh, I thought that was out already.
I think it is, but I'm gonna get it anyways.
I just want to get the art book and the comic, really. I don't really like reading.
I'm gonna get the art book as well.
I like writing books, I
I'm
think.
getting the CD.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't need the CD, because you can just listen to the music on iTunes.
I'm only getting it for my my car, since I don't have Bluetooth.
Oh, well, I have both. I have a CD player in my car. I just forgot that. My car's in the middle, where it has like a CD player and a Bluetooth. But yeah, before we get too off topic, if there's anything else you guys want to say, go ahead and say it. Other than that, you guys can say your goodbyes. Or good night.
Hashtag Bird Gang.
Hashtag this film is probably the best Godzilla film.
Hashtag Bird Gang again.
Did you start? I thought Infant started crying, bro. I thought Tommy started crying. He's like, best Godzilla movie.
I almost cried during the goodbye old friend.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about that scene.
I almost cried.
I almost cried too. The music was so beautiful in that scene.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Goodbye Old Friend's such a great track.
It's so sad.
Depressing.
But it's such a beautiful scene.
I'm sure we'll talk about this scene more in depth when we have more people to talk.
Yeah.
We're gonna go.
So if you guys want to say your goodbyes and good nights.
Alrighty. Sayonara.
Hope you guys enjoyed the stream.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Baby.
Bye,
Hasta
Bird
la
Gang.
vista, faggot. Oh,
Bird Gang.
sorry, I'm not allowed to say that because this movie didn't have a gay protagonist. So
Don't forget Bird Gang.
as a critic who's
people don't.
Sharknado.
Alright, I'm leaving.
People won't. Oh, that was okay. He's like,
Bye.
I'm leaving. just so people don't get offended by me. If you don't get what I'm making fun of, like a year ago, there was a guy who made a video claiming that he was offended because 2014 or this movie isn't going to have a gay protagonist. Ryan's calling me. Let's see what he's got to say. Is there something you have to say? Hey, Cole, join the live stream. We haven't ended it yet.
Yeah,
Just tell everyone real quick how much you hate the movie.
it is disappointing. There you go. End of story.
You suck.
Unfortunate, but it's an opinion, and I shall respect it.
All right, guys. No one
It
respect
is
Cole's
not
opinion.
just an opinion. It is actual fact.
I'm jumping in that.
I mean, we.
Essentially a
Bye.
flawed.
Huh?
It is flawed, but
All right. I'm ending the stream. Peace, guys. Have a great night.